The Monetary Authority of Singapore says fostering a competitive insurance market is key to ensuring access to affordable policy options in the long term. That is, as questions were raised in Parliament today over a proposed acquisition of a majority stake in income insurance by Germany's Allianz. Now, the questions were answered by Minister of State for Culture, Community and Youth, Alvin Tan, as well as Second Minister for Finance and MAS board member Chee Hong Tat. Mr. Tan noted Allianz's commitment to honour Income's existing policies, participate in national insurance programs and continue its charity commitments. MPs also asked for more clarification, sparking a discussion that lasted more than an hour.
Insurance presence. With NTUC Enterprise ceding control of income to a foreign company, how is NTUC Enterprise able to ensure that the acquired company, which will be foreign-owned now, be able to continue to do good like what they have always done before? And if the acquired entity is no longer able to do as much good, will the government be prepared to step in to plug the gap?
Can I ask the Minister, with regard to MAS as regulator of insurance companies, has it queried NTUC on the basis of such a commitment that has been made in view of NTUC Enterprise's projected minority shareholding if the deal goes through?
Income's social mission has already evolved. It only offers 2 low-cost options right now, and the other products have competitive options and are well regulated. There are also different approaches to how NTUC Enterprise, as well as Income, will have to deal with the realities on the ground. And so the question is whether NTUC Enterprises and Income's approach is the right one. Ultimately, time will tell. It's a judgment call. That's what leadership is. That's what judgment call is.
MAS also gave assurances that there'll be no change to the terms and conditions of existing insurance contracts. It added that it will hold both parties to these commitments and that it will prioritize the interest of policyholders when assessing Allianz's bid, to consider its track record, financial soundness and reputation, among others. Nicolas Ng reports.
Since Income's founding in 1970, the insurance landscape has now changed. With more than 50 direct insurers catering to different demographics and needs of individuals and firms, its market share has slipped to under 10% today. In fact, Income's plans aren't always the cheapest insurance options available. If we use this website to compare options for a 54-year-old male, say non-smoker, for around $200,000, it comes in at 4th place and $100 more expensive than the cheapest one available. When we compared this across multiple parameters, we got similar results. To shore up Income's capital strength, NTUC Enterprise put in 630 million Singapore dollars between 2015 and 2020. In its next phase of development, Income hopes to tap on Allianz's position as a global insurer to strengthen its future competitiveness. But MPs were concerned that the move might affect workers.
What considerations did the MAS take into consideration regarding the potential shift in corporate culture and mission alignment post-acquisition? And secondly, looking ahead, how does the MAS plan to monitor and evaluate the long-term outcomes of this acquisition in terms of social impact and financial inclusion?
Is the government or MAS aware of any discussions being made about possible job losses? And will there be, or MAS consider if any guarantee should be made and sought from Allianz about existing employees, about their employment situation?
As regulator, MAS will look at the interests of the policyholders. And for the existing policyholders that have existing insurance contracts with Income, it's too early for us to start talking about some of these downstream potential issues. But the assurance I want to give to the member and also to our workers is that we expect Income and Allianz, we expect the entity to treat its workers fairly and to comply fully with the MOM employment laws and guidelines.
When asked about Allianz's $6 billion criminal settlement in 2023, Mr. Chee says the particular organisation responsible is not linked to the entity that had proposed a deal with Income, and that MAS is examining the case comprehensively to establish the facts before assessing its position and next steps.